The International Day of Persons with Disability is an annual observation that was proclaimed in 1992 by the United Nations General Assembly resolution, and it is always celebrated on the 3rd of December around the world. The observation of this day aims to mobilize support for critical issues relating to the inclusion of persons with disabilities, promoting awareness about disability issues, and drawing attention to the benefits of an inclusive and accessible society for all. The Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018, which had lingered in the National Assembly for 18 years, and I'm talking about since 1999, was eventually passed by the 8th Senate on March 28, 2018, and in December it was transmitted to the President for assent for the 4th time. The bill was finally signed into law by former President Muhammadu Buhari on the 23rd of January in 2019. According to the National President of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, Dr. Abdullahi Usman, he said that in 2023, an estimate of 30 million people are living with disabilities. Now, interestingly, the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018 was signed into law to criminalize discrimination against PWDs and ensure full participation and inclusion of them in all sectors of the economy. The law also stipulates that PWDs will be encouraged to fully participate in politics, and part of the law seeks to create access for PWDs to the physical environment and buildings on an equal basis with others. Now, part of the law says, and I quote, "A public building shall be constructed with the necessary accessibility aids such as lifts where necessary, ramps and other facilities that shall make them accessible to and usable by persons with disabilities." Well, can you now say that this has been successfully achieved? On today's episode, we'll be interacting with citizens on the streets, including people with disabilities, to get their thoughts on this important topic. Stay tuned.
PWD, people with disability.
Yes. Honestly, I don't know whether there's that.
From my colleagues, for what is going on, I heard about this act. But when I look around me, I see that the act has no publicity, and the act have not been put into effective, although it was created for persons living with disability in Nigeria. But if we want to enter vehicle, we still have challenge discrimination from some member of the public. If you want to use lift, like if you want to go to a 5-story building, in some building there is no lift there at all. Even before you get to some offices, there are staircase. There is no ramp. I mean, the authority should have provided that means.
Like me now, I'm going to somewhere like for around this street like this. If you want to take motor or going to somewhere I want to go, they are now to tell me that I will not carry me with my wheelchair. Some hard to carry me. Some could just pity me, just carry me.
If you look at it critically, this thing would require a lot of financial. If they want to implement it so that the disabilities people can enjoy easy movement. In organizations like this, when they want to, you see people doing staircase without all this kind of lifter that will help. When they come to climb to those staircase, it suffer them a lot. They should make all these machineries, all this new modernized way of making things to be easy for them, so that at least if they want to come to places, they can go easily without any obstacle.
Well, to some extent, I will tell you that it's a bit implemented. The reason why I would say so is when you go to some hospitals, you go to some hotels, you see there are walkways that are provided for people with disability, so that there is wheelchair way. You understand? So to some extent, in some ministries, some parastatals, some hotels and so, is being a bit implemented. But the support, the moral support, as in maybe financial support to people with disability, is what I cannot categorically say if the act is being if they have done well in supporting those acts.
They should provide something that can help disabled, like travel, like access to bank or hospital. Like my village now, there's nothing like that to disabled can achieve that. Before you enter the bank or hospital, you need to carry you. But for disabled as I said, I don't need to carry me, but they give me access to enter easy.
They need to put in place or inform the authority that concern to put in place certain things that will alleviate those problems, those challenges that a disabled person face.
Okay.
The National Assembly is supposed to, send those papers to the authority in charge.
You see, when you are talking of the lawmakers, presently I'll tell you that the lawmakers, I don't think they are doing anything in support of that. Even if they will come out publicly and tell you that this is what they are doing for the people with disability or the rest. But personally, I've not seen the effectiveness. I've not seen the action. So I don't really think they are doing anything to support people with disability.